Okay. We are going to do a 30-minute sort of like stretchy, slow flow. We're just going to stay down on our mats. So nothing too strenuous this time. I have a blanket and 2 blocks, but you're not really going to need them. I mean, I sort of just always have them nearby just in case. I like to show you modifications or options with them if someone wants to use them. I like to show you that you can, but you really don't necessarily need them. So not a big deal. And if you decide like in the next class that you want those things, you could also like a water bottle sometimes works as a block, and even like a towel or just blanket from your house could easily work as like a bolster. So we're going to start in child's pose. So I'll demo and I'll give a couple of options here as well. So child's pose, bring your knees wide and your feet together back behind you. Melt your heart down toward the earth. Maybe your forehead meets your mat. And if you have sensitive knees or sensitive ankles, an option instead of child's pose, I'm going to turn to the side so that I can demo, could be puppy. So puppy, instead of sinking your hips over your heels, your hips would just go toward the sky, but your heart would still melt down toward the earth. So that could be an option that might feel better on sensitive knees or ankles. So we'll begin there. Begin to notice your breath. Take a deep breath in through your nose, and then open your mouth and sigh it out. And do that again. Take a deep breath in through your nose. This time, pause at the top of your breath and sigh all of the air out. We'll do one more like that. Inhale in through your nose. Find a little pause and sigh all the air out. Walk your arms over to the right side of your mat and stack your left hand on top of your right. Maybe interlace your fingers. Notice what it feels like to hold your own hand, to be in support of your own self. Release your hands and now walk your arms over to the left side of your mat. Stack your right hand on top of your left. And then same thing here, interlace your fingers, hold your own hand, and really breathe into the right side of your body as it opens and expands. Release, come through center, reach your arms really long. And then ground your elbows down into your mat and bring your hands together. So your palms will face each other like in like a prayer mudra, and take your hands to the back of your neck. So maybe your thumbs meet your neck, and press your elbows down into your mat. Release your hands back down your mat and work your way up into tabletop. So you will place your hands beneath your shoulders, your knees beneath your hips. Draw your navel up toward your spine, engage your core. Inhale, drop your belly down, lift through the crown of your head for cow. And then exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin for cat. Inhale, drop your belly, lift through your tailbone. And then exhale, round your spine, tuck your tailbone. We'll do a few more like this. Cow is a breath in, so drop your belly, lift your heart. And cat is a breath out, round your spine. Couple more just like this. Feel free to go at your own pace. Allow your breath to be your guide. And then when you're done with the round that you're on, and there's no rush at all, come back to a neutral spine, tabletop. I'm going to turn to the side just to demo, but you can stay exactly where you are on your mat. Send your right leg back behind you. Drop your toes to your mat. So drop the ball of your foot to your mat, and then shift your heel toward the back of the room. Take a couple breaths here. Start to shift forward and back over the ball of your right foot. And then we're going to do a little bit of core here. So lift your right leg in line with your hip. And what I mean by that is it's not like way up here or way down here. It's just in line with your hip. And again, draw your navel toward your spine, engage your core. If you feel comfortable and you want to add a little bit of challenge to this, and it's perfectly okay if you don't, lift your left arm. So this is bird dog. So your left arm is in line with your shoulder. Your right leg is in line with your hip. And breathe. So at any point, if you find yourself holding your breath throughout practice, remember that this entire practice is based around your breath. Your breath is the most important thing that you will do. All right, place your hand and your knee back down, sort of twist it out. Reset. And then before we do the other side, we're going to give our wrist a little bit of a break. So curl your toes under, sit back on your heels. This is toes pose. If this is like, whoa, a lot, you can come to stand or place like a blanket or bolster between your sit bones and your heels. We won't be here very long. So we're just going to circle out our wrists. Circle out your shoulders. All right, drop your hands back down, tabletop. If your toes are sort of talking to you, you can tap them out on your mat. And we'll do the same thing other side. So extend your left leg long behind you and drop your toes down to your mat. Shift your heel toward the back of the room. And then start to shift forward and back. So floss it out. Find some movement through the back of your left leg. Lift your left leg in line with your hip. So pause here. Engage your core, draw your belly button up toward your spine. And then you choose, stay right here or lift your right arm. Bird dog, so right arm, left leg. And we're just holding. Sometimes we crunch this. Today we're just going to hold, but be sure to breathe. Your breath is one of the most important parts of balance. Any type of balance pose where you get real wobbly, and it's perfectly okay to be wobbling here. Using your breath can actually really ground you and help to stabilize. All right, let's let it go. Twist it out again. And then come back to a child's pose. So child's pose or puppy, whichever you chose. How we began this practice. We're just going to take a couple of breaths here. And then press yourself back up to tabletop. Tabletop. So lift your right arm up to the sky, but I'm going to encourage you to use your heart. So it's not just like lifting your arm and trying to like pull it out of your shoulder socket, right? You're going to use your upper body, spin through your chest. So really rotate through your torso and then lift your right arm. From here, you are going to reach your right arm over to the left side of the room. So almost like we're coming in to thread the needle, but we're not yet. You're just going to reach it underneath your left arm. Reach. And then inhale, lift your right arm up to the sky. Exhale, reach over to the left. So we're just going to flow between these two shapes. Exhale over to the left. Last one. Inhale up to the sky. This time we will come in to thread the needle. So reach over to the left. This time take your right shoulder and your right temple down to the earth. You can extend your left arm long in front of you. And then press yourself up, tabletop. Tabletop, if you need to take anything here, like a cat and cow to sort of reset, that's okay. Find whatever movement serves you. And we'll meet back in a neutral spine tabletop. So same thing, other side, lift your left arm to the sky, but again, use your heart, use your chest, really spin open with your whole body. So you're not just tugging at your arm. This is a breath in. On your exhale, reach your left arm over to the right side of the room. So it's just a reach, and then inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. Inhale, lift. Exhale, reach. And then one more. Inhale, lift your left arm up to the sky. Exhale, reach it over to the right side of the room and drop your left shoulder and left temple to your mat for thread the needle. You can extend your right arm long here. And then unwind, come back to tabletop. This time come to stand on your knees. So if you have sensitive knees, you could put like a blanket or a towel or something underneath your knees. So come to stand on your knees. I'm going to turn to the side. You don't need to do that. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. Your palms are going to face up. And then on your exhale, turn your palms to face the floor as you sort of like just press the air away. So inhale, it's like you're lifting the air up. And exhale, you're pressing it down. One more. Inhale, lift. And exhale, press down. Take your hands to, I would say like your back pockets. If you had pockets right now, it would be like your hands in your pockets. Your fingers are going to face the floor. Roll your shoulder blades together and lift your heart. We'll pause here and breathe. Open up across your chest. Really spread your collarbones wide. And then release, and same thing we did before, roll out your wrists, roll out your shoulders. So still on your knees, inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. I'm gonna back up. Grab a hold of your left wrist or your left fingers and lean up and over to the right. This is a breath out. And then pause here, keep breathing. Come back through center, inhale, take a hold of your right hand and lean up and over to the left. Pause. Come back through center. And then take your hands down to your mat for tabletop. Curl your toes under, send your hips high for downward facing dog. So I'll demo this to the side as well. Downward facing dog. Downward facing dog is basically a triangle. It's an upside down V. So be sure not to lock out your knees here. You can have a soft bend in your knees. And allow your head to be neutral. So you don't have to look around. You don't have to lift your head up. You don't have to tuck your chin under. Just allow your head to be an extension of the rest of your spine. Take one more breath here. And exhale, let it go. Drop your knees down, come to tabletop. And then from here, we're going to come to sit. So we will sit on our mats. You can find any comfortable seat. I'm in Sukhasana, which is crisscross, but find whatever works in your body. Sit up tall and straight through your spine. Take your hands to your knees. Inhale, lift your heart for seated cow. So we're just taking the seated version of cat and cow now. Exhale, round your spine. Take your shoulders up to your ears for cat. Inhale, lift your heart, lift your chin for cow. On your exhale, round your spine, tuck your chin. We'll do a couple more like this. Again, match the movement to your breath. So don't speed up or slow down your breath. Keep your breath long and natural. And change the pace of the movement. We'll do one more. And when you're done with the round that you're on, come back to neutral spine. Reach your arms up to the sky. Breath in. On your exhale, take a twist to the right. So you're going to use your right hand as a kickstand. Your left hand will sort of help guide your spine to twist over to the right. And twist from the base of your spine. So we're not actually trying to put a lot of pressure on your neck. It's we're using our body to twist, not our head. Breathe here. And then come through center. We'll do the same thing other side. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, take a twist to your left. Twist from the base of your spine up. Come through center. We're going to do the same thing again. Inhale, reach. And exhale, take a twist to your right. Come back through center. Inhale, reach. Exhale, take a twist to your left. Come through center. And then take your feet together, your knees wide. So this is butterfly or bound angle pose. Feet together, knees wide. You can always use something to support your knees if you wanted. So this could be a place where you could have a block or a rolled up towel. It doesn't really matter. You do not have to have something here, but just know that if you're ever in this shape and you're like, oh, I don't love this, or oh, I wish I had something to support my knees, just know that you absolutely can do that. So take your hands to your feet, and we're going to hinge forward and lead with our heart. So you may not go very far in order to keep a flat spine here. I'll turn to the side. So yes, I know that we can like round and punch over, but we're not going to do that yet. We will do that in a second. But first, keep a flat spine and just lean as far as you can lean, as far as feels right to you. Pause here and breathe. And now, if you would like to round your spine, sort of tuck your chin under and take this a little further, you do have the option to do that. And really focus on your breath here. With each exhale, see if you can create space. So wherever might feel a little tight, a little sticky, maybe that's your hips, maybe that's your thighs, allow your breath to soften. to soften those spaces. Take 1 or 2 more deep breaths here. And then start to sit. Start to sit up. Extend your left leg long. Take your right foot to the outside of your left thigh. And I'll say that again because I know I just used a lot of lefts and rights. So your left leg is long. Your right foot is to the outside of your left thigh. We're going to find 2 different twists here in this shape. We'll start with a twist to our left. So take your left hand as a kickstand. Your right arm will come up and over. So this is the more open version of this twist. Notice there's nothing in front of you. So really allow your belly to expand with each breath in. You have plenty of space. And now keeping your legs exactly as they are. So we're not going to switch our legs yet. Now we are going to take a twist to the right. So take your right hand behind you, your left arm up and over, legs stay the same, and take a twist to your right. Notice in your body how this feels compared to the first twist. You now have a leg in front of you. It might feel a little tighter, a little crunchier. Pause here and breathe. All right, come through center, extend both of your legs long. You can shake them out, wiggle them out if you would like. And then inhale, reach your arms up to the sky, and exhale, hinge forward. And it is perfectly okay if you do not reach your toes. Also, you do not have to have straight legs here. In fact, I always encourage a soft bend in your knees always instead of blocking out your legs. So you could have very bent legs if you wanted. It's perfectly fine. Yeah. This is another place where if you wanted to have some type of support, you could have your block or both blocks and put your hands on blocks instead of your legs. So you have a lot of options here. Walk your hands back up your legs, and we're going to take our twist to the other side. So this time, have your right leg long, your left foot to the outside of your right thigh, left foot outside of right thigh. And we will start this time with a twist to our right. So take your right hand behind you, your left arm up and over. And this is the open version of this twist. Breathe into it. Keep your legs exactly as they are. We'll take a twist to the left this time. So take your left hand as the kickstand, your right arm up and over, and twist to your left. Unwind, extend both of your legs long. Again, you can sort of shake them out, wiggle them out. Then we'll take a forward fold again. So reach your arms up to the sky with a breath in. On your exhale, hinge forward. Again, wherever your hands meet are perfectly fine. I encourage a soft bend in your knees here. And walk your hands up your legs. I'm going to turn to the side for this last part. So your legs are long in front of you. Reach your arms out, so sort of parallel with your mat. Really engage your core here. And what we're going to do is very slowly, one vertebrae at a time, we are going to lower down to our mat. So feel free to round your spine here, sort of hollow out your belly. And really, really slowly, this is all using your core. Really slowly make your way all the way down. When you meet the floor, bring your knees into your chest. You can rock side to side. Send your feet to the sky for waterfall. This is another place that you could put a blanket or a bolster or even a block underneath your sacrum. You certainly don't have to, it's just a way to offer support. Drop your left foot to your mat, cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Keep this right foot flexed. And this is reclined figure 4. You can keep your legs exactly like this if you want, or you can hug your left knee into your chest in this bind. Again, keep your right foot flexed. So keep your legs exactly how they are. We're going to find a twist from reclined figure 4. So open your arms and drop your legs as they are over to the left. That means your right foot might hit the earth. Just pause here for a twist. So your heart is still shining up toward the ceiling, but your legs are in a twist to the left. Come back through center, unwind your legs, and we'll do this on the other side. So drop your right foot down, reach your left foot toward the sky, and then cross it over. So your left ankle over your right thigh. Keep your left foot flexed this time. And you have the option to stay here or hug your right knee closer into your chest. Some people put their hand on top of their knee. Some people put their hand the back of their leg. So you have a lot of options here depending on what feels best in your body. And then open your arms and keep your legs as they are and drop them over to the right side of your mat for a twist. Come through center, unwind, bring your knees into your chest. This time, lift your shoulders off of your mat and wrap your arms around your shins if this is available to you. So curl up into a little ball, hug everything into your midline. Pause here and notice what it feels like to hold yourself. Again, to offer your own self-love and support here as you embrace your own body in a big hug. And when you are ready, release all the way down to your mat for our final pose, which is Shavasana. Shavasana means corpse pose. It is sometimes known as the hardest pose you will do in a practice because the goal in this pose is to find stillness. We won't be here very long, but allow these next couple of minutes to be rest, to be still. The only thing you have left to do here is to breathe. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, let it go. Bring some awareness back into your body. Find some small movements. Bring your knees into your chest and roll to your side. Slowly and gently press yourself up into a seat. Take all the time that you need. Inhale, reach your arms up to the sky. On your exhale, bring your palms together down to your heart. Pause here. Take a second to find some gratitude for yourself, for your body, for your breath, and for your practice. And from your heart center to your third eye, the space right between your eyebrows, I bow to you. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Yeah. And if you have any questions or you want to take another class, just reach out and let me know.